Meet my dog, Zoe. Thankfully, she was not a participant in a highly unethical 1972 study that exposed dogs to electric shocks without the hope of escape. And shocker, the researchers found that these dogs experienced a phenomena known as learned helplessness. So I wondered if this phenomena also applied to United States politics. Over a year away from the midterm elections, most House seats have already been decided. So for voters in this district, did they experience learned helplessness and feel like their vote doesn't count, their voice doesn't matter, and that the status quo is unchangeable? That is the question that I'll be answering in today's research proposal. The exact terms are, what is the impact of gerrymandering and congressional district competitiveness on patterns of youth civic and political engagement? So my hypothesis answer is that youth who belong to a political minority in a district that is dominated by one party or was recently made to be dominated by one party will overall feel discouraged from taking action and will be conditioned to believe that their voices don't matter and that their votes don't count. Pretty negative. But more positively, I hope that these youth will be able to find more avenues for more targeted activism. So the methodology for my research will be to sample 9 congressional districts in the states of California, Texas, and Nevada. Why these states? Well, because they're really diverse. So first, California. It's a blue state with congressional districts that are at least currently drawn by nonpartisan electoral commissions. So from California, I picked 3 districts that are indicative of everything I wanted to study. First, as a control, I picked my own home district, which is a swing district where youth are pretty engaged. Then I picked a Republican safe district with no opposition from another party, and then a Democrat safe district with also no opposition from a major party. Now moving over to Texas, very different state. It's a red state, gerrymandered by Republicans and all over the news, but the districts I picked were similar. And then finally, I picked Nevada, a purple state that has been accused of being gerrymandered by Democrats, and again, similar districts. All right, so I'll be sending a survey to 10 students in each of the districts I selected for a total of 90 participants. From them, we'll be collecting some demographic data and also asking them questions like these on a Likert scale. Then we'll be narrowing down the sample to just 15 students we'll be conducting interviews with to collect more qualitative data so I can actually find some more deep patterns. So the importance of this research is that it comes at a really good time. America is experiencing a height of polarization and a lot of gerrymandering that creates dangerous echo chambers and dissuades youth from voting. Also, studies from universities like Harvard have found that when we have gerrymandering, the losers of the political process leave and they don't engage, which isn't good for democracy at all. And secondly, there is no research on this topic, especially when it comes to youth and youth engagement beyond just voting. Also, I want to collect this demographic data to be able to identify the demographics that are most at risk to the phenomena of learned helplessness and also identify avenues for helping them. And finally, youth voices matter and we should never feel disenfranchised. And finally, here's my bibliography with academic and some more non-academic sources that I referenced.